After the Murder, Part 2. Like, the side room was, like, kinda dark, you know? So, like, the costume is, like, purple, okay? The blood totally blended right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the challenge chamber. What? Yes, no, I see. You've given us a third reason why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Well, question the witness. Cross-examination after the murder, Part 2. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? Right, I just thought it's in the second ago I forgot to mention it. It was kind of dark. Wasn't it, like, 3 o'clock when we did the thing? So wouldn't the light shone through the side room? So, like, the costume was, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And, like, persuaded my sister was about, like, I don't know. And what was your sister, Miss Minnie, like at the time? She was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi Spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. Why is the camera, like, flashing? It's, like, twitchy, sorta. I have set an autofocus, but that's not helping. Hold on. Feel a lot better. Did you feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I'd like you to feel a lot better. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the challenge chamber, you know? Can I ask you one more thing, Miss Minnie? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh, like, what do you mean? When you... were going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you were going to the challenge chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange, she answered rather quickly. Alright. Question further. Press further. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. Whatever. Do you think Mr. Phoenix Wright something odd in the challenge chamber? It's very important. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going. Very well. Miss Minnie, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to the challenge chamber. Present. Profiles. Objection! Epic finger point. They say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is epic finger point. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens, at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yup! Which means anyone walking through the area would have seen her. So, Miss Minnie, what do you have to say to that? Oh, that was her hat. Weird. Objection! As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was bleeding her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous! Objection! It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What's sort of foolish? There's no way someone walking along the winding way would notice Pearl. Oh. Wait a minute. I think I know. The sacred urn. I was right. Take that! This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? Because Pearl broke it. That's why. She broke the urn. Yow! Why? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the challenge started. Ah! And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Smack, 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 smack. Miss Minnie. Pearl was there, in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Minnie. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Minnie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? What were you really doing at the time of the murder, of course. Objection. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, sleeping in the side room. I really believe her. Was she really sleeping in the side room? There's no way. Oh, your lies are here. But what do you mean? The witness says that during the actual murder, she was sleeping in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there's clearly one contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? It's in her testimony, just now. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Minnie, you made the following statement. And, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? What does that have to do with anything? It's very simple, she spazzed out. Miss Minnie, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Fay is the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the siren could not have known that. Which means, Miss Minnie, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. However, you didn't go there by way of the winding way. But look at this matter guide map. There's only one way to get to the side room in the channeling chamber. It would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I ask this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Minnie, please answer the question. Objection. Don't ask a question off a baseless assumption, if you please. Huh? Well, I suppose since you put it on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wait, 5 minutes. You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Innie Minnie. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? Okay, present the channeling chamber. Miss A was here, of course. Well, but that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Innie was at the crime scene. Smack, smack, smile. Order, order, order! That's why. Ah, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have lost your mind. Yesterday's testimony established that. Only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss A was hiding at the scene of the crime. Oh yeah, behind the folding screen. I was hiding? She was. Where? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Behind the folding screen. Take that! Here, of course. But behind the folding screen? Oh, don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no one hanging around behind that old folding screen. See? You stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin me on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Minnie, one is so young, you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps, as you know exactly how old I am. Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like the pipes about to burst, guess I should help it along. Whoa! The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Oh. Oh, that's good. Wow. Miss Minnie, how you were able to hide at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Oh, that tiny little box, no person could fit in that. So, but your theory's already been disproved. A lot of disproved you when you were hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. The clothing box was in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright, do you think you could prove what was at the scene of the crime? Yes, I can with some evidence. And now, I present the piece of evidence that I will prove. This clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. I was right, the folding screen. Take a look at this box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that whole thing. This is... what on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there and surprise. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground? Where have we heard that before? The folding screen had a hole the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. This is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the folding screen and the box. I switched that up by accident. It went through the screen and into the box. Miss Minnie, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray.